All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to tackle one of the most powerful, maybe even the most powerful tool in the English language, conditionals. And I know, you hear that word and you think, ugh, grammar rules. But stick with me, because this isn't about dusty old textbooks. This is about unlocking the ability to talk about everything, from cold, hard facts to your wildest daydreams, and doing it with real precision. So yeah, let's dive right in.
Okay, so take a look at these two sentences. They look pretty much the same, don't they? I mean, the only difference is this tiny little verb change. We go from study to studied. But believe it or not, that one little tweak, it completely flips the entire meaning of the sentence on its head. So here's the puzzle. One of these is a solid plan, something that's likely to happen. The other, that's just a daydream, a little bit of wishful thinking. So, do you know which is which? Getting this right is absolutely key if you want to be understood correctly. And hey, by the time we're done here, you're going to be a pro at this. You'll spot the difference instantly.
All right, let's get into it. We're going to start with what I call the what-if game. Basically, we're building our foundation here. We'll start with the conditionals that stick to the real world, to things that are actually possible.
Okay, so first on our list is the zero conditional. This one's the easiest, I promise. Think of it as the fact conditional. It's the bedrock of reality. We use it for stuff that is just always true. 100% certain, like scientific laws, basic facts, or simple habits. It's pure cause and effect. If you do this, this always happens. And the structure is super straightforward. Just look here. Both parts of the sentence, the if part and the result part, they both use the simple present tense. If you heat water, it boils. See? Simple. It's so direct because the connection is absolute. It's timeless. There's no maybe, no probably. It's just a fact. Okay, you got the zero? Awesome. Let's build on that. Next up is the first conditional. Now, this is where things get a little more interesting. We're moving away from those universal, always true facts and into real-world possibilities. Honestly, this is the one you probably use all day long without even thinking about it. It's for making plans, predicting what might happen, all that good stuff. So check out the structure. You can see the change right away. The if part, that's still in the simple present, right? If it rains. That's because rain is a real, actual possibility. But look at the result. We bring in the word will. That will is the magic signal here. It tells us we're talking about a likely future outcome, not a 100% guaranteed fact like with the zero conditional. So remember, real possibility in, likely future out. Okay, so we've handled reality, we've got our facts and our real-world plans down. Now it's time to have some fun. We're going to leave the real world behind for a bit and jump into the world of daydreams, of the unreal. This is where English gets really creative. And say hello to the second conditional. Think of this one as your imagination's best friend. It's the tool you pull out when you want to talk about things that aren't true right now, or things that are, pretty unlikely to happen. This is the official language of what if. So, how do we signal to someone that we're not talking about reality anymore? It's actually a really clever little trick. Look at the if clause. We use the simple past tense. If I won the lottery. Now we're not talking about the past, are we? We're talking about a hypothetical future. Using the past tense here is like a secret code that says, hey, just so you know, what I'm about to say is imaginary. It's like taking one step backwards, away from reality. And then, of course, the result uses would, which is our go-to word for these kinds of hypothetical situations. So think of it like this. We're climbing a ladder of unreality. Step one, the second conditional, is for imagining a different present or a different future. Pretty cool, right? But what if we want to go even further? What if we want to do the impossible and change the past? Well, for that, we need to climb to the next rung on the ladder. And that brings us to the third conditional. This is basically our grammatical time machine. It's the language of hindsight, of looking back. We use it to imagine how things could have been totally different in a past that's already over. It's perfect for talking about regrets, if only I had, or exploring those missed chances and wondering about all the paths not taken. Now, at first glance, the grammar here looks a little complicated, but I promise it makes perfect sense. The if part uses what's called the past perfect, if she had studied. That had is super important. It locks the condition firmly in the past, a past that's finished, that we can't change. Then the result uses would have plus the verb, showing an imagined past result that, well, never actually happened. The whole thing is completely sealed off from reality.
Okay, so you've basically mastered the 4 core conditionals. That's huge. But we're not done yet. It's time to level up your skills, add a little twist of sophistication. Let's look at how we can talk about actions that are, or were, or would be in progress.
It's actually pretty simple. We can just slot in those ing verbs, the progressive tenses, into the structures we already know. This just shows that an action is ongoing. So I will be cooking means the cooking will be in progress when you arrive. Or if she had been practicing, that suggests she was practicing over a period of time. It's a really easy way to add a bit more texture and detail to what you're saying. All right, buckle up. We're now heading into the most advanced and, in my opinion, the absolute coolest part of all of this. We're about to talk about mixed conditionals. And what are they? Well, they're basically a form of grammatical time travel. No joke.
So this is where we get to break the rules a little and mix and match parts from the second and third conditionals. You can do 2 main things here. First, you can connect a past action to a present result. Like, if he had saved his money, that's the past, he would not be in debt now, that's the present. See that? Or you can flip it. Connect a present situation to a past result. If I were rich now, that's the present, I would have bought that car yesterday, that's the past. It's an incredibly powerful way to show how different moments in time are connected.
Whew, we have covered a ton of ground, haven't we? I mean, we went all the way from simple, everyday facts to these mind-bending time travel sentences. So let's pull it all together and wrap this up. The most important thing to remember is that this isn't just a bunch of boring rules. It's a powerful toolkit that lets you express yourself with amazing clarity and precision.
And to make it even easier, here it is, your very own conditional cheat sheet. This boils everything we talked about down to the absolute essentials. 0 is for facts and truths. First is for real future plans. Second is for unlikely situations or daydreams. And third is for looking back at the past, often with regret. Think of this as your quick guide for picking the perfect tool for whatever you want to say.
So there you have it. You now have the complete toolkit. You can express literally any possibility you can think of, from something that is 100% certain to something that is completely impossible. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it? What new possibilities, what new plans, what new dreams are you going to speak into existence? Thanks so much for joining me on this one.